Generic greetings. Don't you love a day off? Those days where you do absolutely nothing. Me too. However, sadly today was not one of those days. It's been a full day of adulting, which includes but not limited to changing the sheets, vacuuming the house, mowing the lawn, cutting the hedge, making dinner, and then finally helping the older fella a couple of doors down assemble a wooden planter in the shape of a wheelbarrow. So, in order to aid in some form of relaxation, I thought I would pair a lovely beverage. By the way, today's beverage is a nice cup of green tea with some sort of relaxing game, which happened to be MewnBase, a game that I wouldn't call it relaxing. Actually, it's just not stressful. I think those are two different things. It's a fairly cutesy survival game that I haven't played in a little while, so I thought I would check it out. And there's actually been a recent patch which has added, among other things, chemistry, and there's other stuff that I haven't seen as well. So I thought it would be an interesting thing to check it out. By the way, I really like the little sort of swooshy intro there on the logo there. That's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go to new, and we'll go for generic cat, because that's generally what we'll go for. And we need to change the colour scheme. We'll go for yeah, that'll be about right. And normal mission. So apparently, land on the planet HTF-107 Stargate and survive for 26 days. Okay, I don't think we will survive that long. Not because we're dying. I think it'll just be because we don't get that far. I think this is really just about checking out some of the new stuff, which is just fine with me. Anyway, so if you've not played this game before, as I said, it is a survival game. You basically gather resources and build a base and all of that good stuff. Let me just place a generator there, and we do also have a workbench to place, but I'm just going to gather some resources first. Now, as I said, the majority of our time here, at least for the next sort of 10 minutes or so, we'll probably be gathering resources. I'm going to power that up there, and you can see that's now cracking on. So I'm going to place a workbench in... Actually, no, that's not actually a terrible place. I'm going to start to gather some resources. We need to make another generator. We need to make a shovel. We need to make... Oh, what else do we need to make? A research place. Let's make the shovel first, because if we're going to be scouting around, then we want to be equipped with a shovel so we can actually gather some of these things. Stuff like the ice and the debris and stuff, you don't need a shovel to gather, although I believe it does help. Same as the wood, but you do need a shovel to gather the ore and to gather the rocks as well, which we'll use for a smelter that we'll have to get up and running. Obviously, we've got a limited inventory space, so we need to box clever really with what we're gathering here. And in terms of research, you can see there is a tech tree in there. We'll probably go for... I don't know if we'll go for food first, because that'll allow us to... Actually, no, we probably won't go for food first. I don't think it'll be high priority. Oh, we found an artifact. These are used for research, which at the moment is completely useless to us because we don't have anything at all that we can research it in. In fact, we don't even have a generator to power the machine that does the research, although we do have a lot of ore around here, which is good. So we need at least, I believe, a couple of these components, are they called? What are they called? Components, yeah. We need a couple of components. We need a fairly decent amount of scrap. We need some rocks, and we need some ore, although we've got 12 ore, so we pretty much don't need to gather any more. And the ice, in fact, doesn't really do anything at the moment because we can't create water bottles, so I don't really know why I'm gathering it. Later on in the game, you get weather and stuff, and it starts to rain. So yeah, what I'll do, I'm gonna collect this, and then I'm gonna start to collect these things here. These are like pumpkin type things. I don't know what they're called. They're called fruits, and we will eat those. And there's a new thing there, this weird sort of jelly mushroomy type thing, and that does glow in the dark, so that's useful. So we haven't actually strayed too far away from the base, which is good. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head into the base just so I can. This is, you can see this is sort of animating here. We're just going to cycle the airlock, and you can see we'll gather some more oxygen because we were running low, and that'll now spin a bit faster to fill that back up. The generator is almost empty, but I'm not going to fill it back up. There's no point because any excess will just go to waste because we don't have any batteries. You can get solar, you can get RTG, which is what, radioactive thermoelectric generator? Something like that. Yeah, so we'll probably try and get one of those at some point, although that's a future us problem. Current us is just really worried about gathering all the resources that we need, and I think we probably have enough now. Let me just quickly check on the map. Yeah, we'll start heading back now. You see there's a lot of ore around here, which is good. We'll gather some of these because there's no Reason why we can't. We'll have some of that, and yeah, we'll might as well fill up. You can see there's only sort of there's 4 survival resources. I guess one of them really isn't much of one. So you've got obviously health and hunger. If hunger goes to 0 or oxygen goes to 0, health starts going down, then you die. Suit power is used to power your little torch thing, your little light. So yeah, we're gonna put some of that wood in there. That's going to power that up, and we're going to spend some of this stuff we found. So we need a smelter, we need a biofuel generator, and then finally we need a research lab. But a research lab requires you to have some smelted ore, which obviously we do not have. So we'll spend our time running around gathering these rocks while that is now created, and then we will probably start placing them. So we'll place a smelter in there. We'll also place turn the light on so we can see, and we'll place our generator there. And then what we'll do is power up said generator like so, and a little bit lights up, and then we'll start creating some metal plates, which then we can use to build that research thing, and then we'll place our artifact in there. A strange yet oddly familiar object. Should probably research it. Okay, we will do just that. So I don't know if there's been more little extra bits added, like I don't remember that spewing fire previously. Oh, you can actually make a torch here as well, which we might do. We're gonna have to place that on the ground. There we go, just so we can make one torch. There we go, and we'll place it there. Why not? And there you go, and it's got a fairly dull but warming light. And research lab. The reason why I built a separate generator for this is simply because if you don't have a separate generator and instead connect it up to the base one, what tends to happen is it prioritizes the stuff that you've requested. So if you've requested smelting or requested research, it'll prioritize that over generating oxygen, which as you might know in a survival situation is classed as suboptimal. So yeah. Anyway, while that is cracking on, we have enough resources, I think, for us to go and head out, and we will see what we can gather. So we don't really need much. We need timber. That's really what we need. So we're going to look for that. In terms of scrap, we might as well gather it while we're here. Most of this scrap here can be turned into, I believe, components and such, although I could be getting that wrong. I will also dig up this here. These bigger rocks we can get rid of once we've got the technology. At the moment, we don't have it. We need a like a drilling device. Awesome TNT, because modern problems require modern solutions, and there is an artifact. Right, there we go. And I'm still not finding any wood, which is a shame. No, none around here. Okay, we're going to head back with this artifact. I'm not going to pick up this these jelly shrooms. We might as well go further to the right and then check that out. We've got loads of we've actually got loads of oxygen anywhere. Food is not really a problem. Oh, there we go. Oh, and there's another artifact. Right, okay, so we're going to have to get rid of something. Right, this is a problem. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the shovel until it breaks, and then we can head back with that artifact. That seems like a decent plan. To make the RTG, you do need to break these rocks and find... Oh, look at that. It broke just as we were about to collect that, which is a shame. Yeah, to make the RTG, you need to break those rocks and get uranium, but that's something that we probably won't see. It's good to know that these things are here. All these... Oh, you can hear that bling noise, and also you can see from the oxygen there, we are low on that resource. So we're going to head back and hopefully not die. Let's power that up. There will be some oxygen in the base. You can see there's 50 in there, so we'll go in there and that should be that pretty much sorted. And research will be, I'm guessing, done. And it's almost done, but we also need to power that up. And it is done there. And we found Artifact 1, which is... a place where cats do the business. +5 research points. Let's start researching another one, and then we'll dump our other artifact there. So with the research points, we can unlock all sorts of stuff. This is all the bits and bobs that we have here. So you've got wind power, advanced power, storage, batteries, chemistry. That's what we want, which requires power first. So that requires construction. So we're going to go for construction first, and then we do want to go for power and then chemistry. But at the moment, what we'll do is we will probably build, what's that, a wooden floor? Classy floor surface we hopefully won't scratch up, because obviously we're a cat. We do need to make a construction yard, which requires metal beams and lack of oxygen. It doesn't contain that, but we do certainly, our suit contains that. Or rather, there's the absence of that. No, hang on, no. It does contain a lack of oxygen. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we'll make a mechanical component. And then we do need to make 2 steel beams. So we'll say 1, 2. And you can also make now stone walkway and pavements. I also noticed that you can make stone walls, and it says simple and effective. But what's it effective at? Are there beasties now in the game? It's a possibility. I really hope there isn't. And are we done? One more. Almost done. I'm going to also go for some metal plates. There's that now done. So we can create a construction yard, which we will place... where shall we place the construction yard? Probably right next to this. But I'll place... Actually, I'll place it there. Because as long as it's in line, as long as it's connected, it should work just fine. So that allows us to make things like the habitat modules. So that's good. We're going to go back in here. We are running low on a couple of things. Food primarily, so that's an issue. There's loads of ore to our left and loads of plants to our south. So what we're going to do is go south and... Actually, no, you know what? I'm going to get that and make some food. I can make some lovely plant slop ×2 and 1, 2. And then that's us pretty much sorted. So I need 1 more plant slop. Oh, we need a shovel. Make sure we get a shovel first. And we do have 5 wood, yes, so we can create 1 of those, so we'll do that. There we are. I believe these generators can be powered by... I'm sure they can be powered by... Yes, by grass and also the weird roots that we get down here. So we might as well pick up loads of these roots, because I think they're quite... resource dense, as in you tend to get 2 or 3 of them when you pick them up, so that's pretty good. Let's turn on the light there and we'll get some more ores because, well, we need some more. And there's 1 bit of grass, that's fine. Do I get any more? I might as well. Loads of ore around here. Research should be probably complete, so that's fine. You can get cars and vehicles. I have we have done a couple of little mini-series on this game before. And we have got a vehicle. And we've generally crashed it. Seems to be our lot in life. There we go, and that's gathered a lot of that stuff. And right, I think we'll go probably left for all of the ore. But we want to put that research in first, because like I said, I want to try this chemistry stuff out. Interesting to see what it adds. I'm going to place a root in there. It takes 2 roots to fill that up, so we know now. So the root is not as energy dense as the wood. There we go, so there's that done. This one, we'll say 1, 2. That's now research. So artifact 0, ball of twine there, plus 5 research points. We will, we'll have to dump them, pick that up, and then start researching once again. And we want to create... actually, we want to research power, so we'll research that, and you can see we've got solar panels, light sensor, switch that automatically changes depending on the amount of daylight, and a light there. So solar panel and batteries is really what we want, and we also want chemistry as well. So we get a chemistry lab, oxygen tank, healing stew, and also chemicals, science it up. Cool. So, we want to close that down, and we're filling up, and that should be us there. Day 3, 23 days left, so that's pretty good. Right, so we're going to head... Oh, actually, we're not going to head anywhere. We're going to dump that on the ground first, and then we're going to make some... 2 sets of that, which is this plant slop, but that'll get rid of 1 resource to then give us... the food there, but we need to head left and basically go full miner now. So we need to gather all of these, all of this ore. This ore field is going to be completely extracted. We're going to use this right up because we need to create a lot. Basically, we need to make the base bigger. And the advantage of a bigger base is not just you've got room to stretch out, it's just because it also stores more oxygen. So instead of coming back and this filling a little bit, it means you can, you know, go back and it'll be pretty much sorted. I also need a drill to get rid of this, but that's more research there. It's interesting to see just how far the game's come, actually. When you look at when it first came out, it was very basic indeed. But, yeah, it's maturing quite nicely. And definitely ran with the cat theme, for whatever reason. No complaint, just an observation, you understand. more of a dog person, but still. Yeah. So we got MewnBase. What would you call it otherwise? I have no idea. Post in the comments what you think it could have been called if it was based around a dog. Right, so we can place that in there. We'll get some oxygen. Not that we're in any great need, you understand. But there we go. And now we're going to expand the base. So we need to create... Well, there's some solar panels. That'll be quite good. I might as well create some solar panels and then connect it up here. So there we go. And we'll connect up a solar panel to there. And that should power the majority of this. We've now got a collar with a bell on it. Artifact 9, so that is 5 research points. And we can see actually over here the research log what we found. So we can get all sorts of stuff. There's some tools, which gives us jackhammers and improved shovels and axes. Chop down tree-ish things. Yes, I guess that is true. Do you want to go strip for science? Requires chemistry. Ah, right, okay. So, in order to make batteries, we need to have science. I think we're going to go for tools, because then it allows us to get rid of some of this. Right, so we do need to set that... actually, what do we need to create some of this? Just metal plates. So what we'll do is just say create loads of those. Sadly, you can only stack it... you can only stack it up to 4 times, which is a bit of a shame. So that's going to create that. We're just going to do that. Might as well do that. Have some stew. And then... so yeah, you can see this is now working, but we've got nothing in this generator. So we are totally solar power there, which is good. So a jackhammer requires 1 wire, and we can create a wire, and then we'll create the jackhammer, which will allow us to basically do a lot of digging. So we just click there. You don't have to actually hold as well, you just click and it does it, which I very much appreciate. And we're getting loads of rock there, which won't really do much. I don't think we can use it for... Ah, there we go, look. We now have... Hang on. Inventory full, can't collect. Let me just dump that uranium ore there, because that's generally where you store it, on the ground. So, we've got that there. That's only 1 metal, but we do need some more. We might as well dig out the majority of this and clear the area, if nothing else. Obviously, we're going to get loads of... different resources here. There's some more uranium, which is interesting. Can we get that? No, we don't. We definitely need a shovel. But at least this is clearing the area out. We might actually move the base over to the left-hand side. Actually, probably not, because quite frankly, it's unlikely that we're going to continue long-term with this base. Running out of oxygen, but we'll probably clear this stuff out. You can see there is a durability bar on this thing. Not a big fan of durability as a rule. There we go, there's that filling up, and yep, darkness comes, and we need to probably then power that up that way. Craft some more of that. So we can create some habitat modules. I am going to eat that stew, and what do I need to dump down? I'll dump that. I don't know what I've just dumped down. Oh, the stew. Okay, it'll be fine there. Right, let's create another habitat module. We've already got an air cleaner. We've already got an airlock. So we might as well just create another habitat module just to increase the size of the base. And there we go. And we'll just put that further on the back there. What we'll do is expand the base down and round here. That's probably the way forward. I'm going to pick up that big rock of uranium, the radioactive ore, in fact, and gather that, and then I'm going to dump it on the ground. That's not what I wanted. Dump it there. Right, so shovel, we've also got an improved shovel, a sturdier shovel. Okay, that's good. So create some, I'll get some of that, and then we can make another habitat module, so I'll have to dump my sturdy shovel, and, super power offline. So it's an interesting one, because you lose the UI. When you don't have any power. Oh, and that meant I couldn't determine where the oxygen was. You can see now we've got 4 base parts. We now got 75 oxygen in this place, which is cool. So we're going to put this here and just continue expanding the base. Right, so we have shovel, we have this all connected up. You can see that now it's got 100 oxygen in total, so that's pretty good. And that's now no longer powered. And now it is powered. Right, so I'm going to probably get rid of... I'll put that stuff down there. Why not? I'll pick up the stew, eat the stew, and then we're going to get more metal plates. We do need some more research for chemistry, so we're going to head out, and we're going to gather some more ore and also have a little bit of a scout around. Although I think that there... No, that's a root. Okay. Thought that was the thing we needed, but it is not. Right, so we need more research to get chemistry, which might just be, quite frankly, an intermediary for batteries now, which it would be a bit of a shame if that was the case, because it would be just, you know, more stuff to deal with, but it's not a big issue, I guess. Just picking up all of the ore while we're about. Sadly, I moved there just before it was finished, which does cancel it. Checking the map, nothing here. I'm just going to head down now, I think. There's some debris over there, but I'm not too fussed. And yes, great. Straight away, we have found what we needed. So we'll get that. We'll get these ones here. Get some of this ore. Certainly not getting that rock there. We've got loads of that rock. We can get some extra storage if we wanted to, but quite frankly, there's no real point because you can dump stuff on the ground. Let me just get those. We might as well. Yeah, you can just dump it on the ground. It doesn't really matter. Oxygen is running low, but we are fairly close to the base, but it's just a little bit too far. I don't want to risk it. There's no point in overdoing it, you understand. And, I mean, this will probably fill our suit right up. What's our suit? 200. Okay, so it won't fill it up, but it's going to get quite a ways there. And, as you can see, it's now raining. Because there is that in the game. Right, so we might as well set this on the go. I'm going to set that to research that, but obviously it's going to say no power, but we will then put in roots in there. Route to there, and then we need to get chemistry. You can get, what else can you get? You can get, you can farm resources. Obviously at the moment we don't have a farm, but that's why you get these seeds. So conduits, okay, light sensors. So yeah, I mean, light sensors would be useful for the standard lights to basically turn them on and off automatically. I do want to make another solar panel, but that would require electronics, which I currently can't make. Oh, but it's just wire that we need, so we can create that. There we go. Because we might as well have a solar panel connected to every building at least. Place that there. We can always move them. Yeah, we might as well do that, because it just means that all of these are then connected. We could also put a power conduit between these two, and it means that they'll share their solar. I think actually connecting these up at this point would be probably the way forward. But anyway, we're about to get chemistry, so you know what, we don't care. How we're doing for ores? Okay, we're doing pretty good for ores, but I'm not going to build too many more of these metal plates because we will need the beams at some point, and I don't want to empty all of our ore and then find that we needed it. So we'll probably need some, well, almost certainly for chemistry we'll need some electronic components, but we'll see. I don't need that anymore, certainly in our inventory. Oh, you see this torch has gone out. We'll do that. Is there a way we can get it? But sadly, when you pick it up, it doesn't. I want the resources back because it's fairly useless, but still. So that's now done, and this will be done any second now. There you go. So we've got a cat carrier, artifact 5, plus 5 research points, which means we can go for chemistry. So we've got oxygen tank, so that allows us to travel further. We've got chemistry lab and chemicals. So let's get the, where is it? It is the chemistry lab. We require a habitat module. Okay, we can craft one of those. We need 1 conduit and 1 electronics. So let's do just that. I'm going to go inside here and we're going to get some more oxygen. You can see that's probably going to fill us pretty much up to the top, which is pretty decent. It is done. And then I want to get that, and I need to create one of those. And then what else was it? It was an electronics, which requires a couple more wires. Each wire you make gives you 3 though, so that's fine. And then finally, chemistry lab. So this is good. We will pick that up, and we will get rid of this solar. Oh, look at that! It does actually say battery 00, so you got the base power there. Oh, okay, that's off. I'm gonna get rid of that just because I want to place the chemistry lab there and then the solar panel behind it like that, and we will turn that on so we can actually see what we're doing first, and then we'll connect that up. And then cycle that. And that isn't powered up, strangely. I don't know why. Oh, so you can create chemicals, which requires blue shrooms and water. Okay. Can I create bottles of water? I don't think I can. I think that bottles of water is... Yeah, bottles of water is cooking. So you need cooking in order to make the chemicals. And the chemicals I'm guessing you need for the batteries. Right, that sort of makes sense. Okay. Yeah, it's interesting that that isn't powered up, and I don't know why. Is it because it's not in the right place? What I'm going to do is take that. I'm going to place that there. I'm going to read. See, that there is powering that. So if I pick this up, that'll turn off. Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm going to pick that generator up then, which I believe it keeps its fuel. I hope it keeps its fuel. I'll place that there. No, it doesn't keep its fuel. That's a shame. We'll put a log in it. Actually, no, because this will probably power them all up. All but that. That's just not enough power. Right, so we do need some more research. But at least we've got chemistry there. Okay, we'll have a little scout around to the right-hand side. We might as well. We've got decent... Oh, we actually need more food, so we might as well scout out at least for that. There's some of these shrooms, so we're going to pick up some of these shrooms, which we've got 3 of them, blue shrooms already. We do need some more food as well, but it's research that we're looking for. And there's a root seed. I'm going to dump the seed. I don't think we need it. But I am going to pick these up just because we can have a quick meal there. There's another one there, and that'll probably feed us for now. And that's what we're looking for. Excellent. More research. This is good. There's also some more timber. I will collect that while we're here. And probably this as well. There's probably a couple of them. Oh yeah, and there's some more. There's some more timber on that side there. So we've got that wood, and we might as well get these 2 shrooms as well. This is a problem though. You got this. Oh, just one more space. Just one more space, and then before you know it, you're 7 kilometers. How far away from the base? We're miles away. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to... is there anything I can dump? I don't think there's anything I can dump, really. So we're going to head back this way. I'll pick up any timber that we find, and also we'll be preemptively dumping that down just so I can pick up these and eat. There we go. And that's a decent amount of wood now. And there's another one. So we'll dump it. Having the boxes is much better. That sort of annoys me that we haven't unlocked the rest of the map, so I thought it'd be best to get that. Yeah, okay, we're about right. So, research can begin on whatever we need now. This is all powered up. Oxygen is forthcoming, yes, and we're probably going to go oop north and see what we've got there, because we do need to get more food. Not that that's a big issue at the moment. Storage will be good. In terms of resources, I'm going to dump that there, I'm going to dump that there, and there we go, we've got 3 spaces. So we're looking for more artifacts. That's the general rule of thumb. I'm also going to pick up some of this because we can make some stew, and we'll pick up these on the way, but to be honest, we're going to eat most of them as we go anyway. We do want to get... do we want to pick up these? No, I don't think we do. You've got that there as well. They're them sort of dead roots, they're trees, but you do need a tool to do that. You need an axe, and we just don't have them. I'm picking up all this wood, and I don't know if it's necessary, quite frankly. I don't know if it is necessary. In fact, I think I'm going to hold off gathering in that now. We've got 13, and we've already got 2 solar fields anyway. So there's no real point in getting much more. Right, so we'll head back. Food, not much, but we do have enough plants. Gather that. Oh, look at all that. Loads of scrap. I think we'll gather all this scrap actually. Just hopefully we'll get some electronics or something. And no, just scrap. Just loads of scrap metal, which I think we can salvage anyway. Right, so there's just this bit over there on the left hand side that's completely unexplored. In fact, we could probably go for a lot longer, but I think the research will be done shortly, so I want to head back and see what that is. Well, I know what it is. It's just research points. But let's see what artifact we have. And what's that there? It's unknown. Hang on. Is that... Oh, there we go. An artifact. Perfect. I just missed that. I don't know if it was at the... I don't know if we went past it and I just totally missed it, or whether it was just at the corner of the screen, or we... no, we must have got on the screen at some point, because that's what you're unlocking. Good grief. Night has fallen. Day 5, 8:30. We've actually passed the base a bit there. Is there anything in here? I don't think there is, but we do have a leak. I can hear a leak. That's not good. Right, we'll power that up. And power that up, and this will be researched in 2 seconds. We have found another ball of twine, artifact 0. Okay, so +5 research points. We can set the other one going. We can eat that, and then we will get cooking, which allows us to get water. I'm just going to stack all that water up. We've got loads of that, and then it means we can get chemistry done. Although we can't, because we're currently out of power. It'll need to be we'll need to wait until it's day. What we will do though is create loads of this stew. And we've got one of this left, so I will just plunk it in there. So there's the food. It's really a filling stew, that one. Plus 80 hunger. Plant slop. Even though it's slop, it's pretty good. Right, so we've got the mushroom. We've got that powering on. Oxygen is pretty much there. And nighttime is still here. We don't need to have that on our persons. We probably don't need all the rocks, to be quite honest with you. And that is now powered up. So is that now chemicals and batteries? I think it might be. So chemicals 1, what do you need for oxygen tank? Oxygen tank, you need metal, plate and ice, but we can create chemicals. So we'll just create loads of chemicals. Why not? So we have a chemical plant. Cool. Right. And there we go. We now have chemicals. And I'm guessing chemicals are used to make batteries, which we'll find out in a moment because this is almost finished. We can collect that from the outside. Anything else we want to make here? Another habitat module would be fine, just to make this a bit bigger. A light would be good as well, but we don't have the metal beams for that, but we'll set 2 of those on the go. And we'll connect those up like so. There's our chemicals. Research will be done any second. Right, so to make that work light, I need metal beams and some wire. And wire we need... Oh, metal plate. So, craft some more of that. That's research, which is... Oh, probably a tin of... it's artifact 8, a tin of fish. Unknown marine animal. So, anyway. We will go for batteries. Hang on. Oh, requires 10 samples. Ah! Okay. Requires 10 samples. That's a shame. So, that's something we're probably not going to do. Oh well. But I mean, what have we got to unlock? We've got a navigation, which gives us a nav light and a comms tower for long-range communication. It's so you know where to come back to. That's pretty good. And puts an arrow on your screen. Storage, yeah, that's pretty useful. Engines, yes, because you get cars and vehicles and little trailers and that. Wind power, I don't know if that's a new one. We also haven't got, oh there it is, the rain collector and also a water spigot. Take water out of your base's supply. Yeah, so there was always the greenhouse there, water supply, yes, the grain collector is useful, and there's a spigot there, and RTGs, but that's also got a lightning collector. That one is a new one, I think. And what's that? Is that a large battery? Yeah, it is. So you got the RTG, which is generate power through radioactive decay, and the lightning conductor, which is definitely a new thing since I last played the game. And that will allow us to, yeah, well, you do get lightning storms, so... yeah, when lightning strikes, you can harvest it. Interesting. Anyway, I think we'll call it there for the old MewnBase. You know, like I say, quite nice, just a relaxing game. And I do tend to find quite enjoyable. I'm going to place that in the middle of nowhere and it won't have any power, will it? No, oh, shame. Okay, I'll tell you what. It's interesting. Turns on and off. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I am going to leave it there. You can see that this is in need of some power. We can place a log in there if we wanted to. But yeah, quite like some of the new additions. I think the chemistry stuff is obviously just it's now more of an intermediary because I think for batteries, the whole research stuff. Oh, hang on, what's this? I didn't see some of this. What have we got? Yeah, there's your transport. So you got garage, your buggy, and your trailer. That's pretty cool. It handles like a greased up pig on roller skates, if I remember rightly. We've got a recycling bit, which is recycle it, extracts metal from chunks of refined scrap, and refined scrap smelted down from scrap. Ah, okay, so I think that's a fairly new thing as well. Advanced modules, which is powered rain collector, rainwater, and automatically pumps it into the base. That's cool. Repair drone, yeah. Med bay, yeah. And auto airlock, that's useful. And then a Mark II suit, yeah. So there's a lot of this stuff I've seen before. But there's also new stuff. So yeah, they've changed like things around, like the batteries, and I think that one's new, and obviously certainly chemistry. But yeah, nice, enjoyed it. Either way, if you want to see more, then by all means let me know. Links in the description so you can check the game out yourself. It seems to be updated semi frequently, so it's it seems to be more of a slow burn than anything else. But yeah, as of late, there just seems to be quite a number of updates to it. So yeah, you might want to check it out. And I've just hit myself in the face with an airlock, which is not great. Anyway, one of our 9 lives gone. Let's see what happens. Will we continue on or what? By all means, let me know. Unlikely, because quite frankly, we've got another 20 odd days to survive, and we've got most of what we need. Anyway, enjoyed that look at it and all that. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.